Hello, it's Shepherd here from Mfidie.com. Samsung has over the last few months been sending a lot of phones down the A series mid-range section and giving that side a lot of features. Is the Galaxy A32 4G one of such phones? Let's find out in this review of the Samsung Galaxy A32. The A32, like the mid-ranger that it is, comes with a plastic body. The unit I have is in the awesome violet color. The phone also comes in 3 other colors. The phone is rather very subtle in nature with a more compact feel. I dropped it in water and dropped it on the floor a few times. It came out quite well. However, I will not advise that you do the same. What's unique about it is the camera bumps that you find at the rear. Each of those cameras have their own bump, a unique design you don't usually see. The front of the device probably has the most attractive feature of the phone. I'm talking about the display. The display is a Samsung Super AMOLED with 1080p resolution and a very fast 90Hz refresh rate. If you love high screen ratios, you will feel the bezels are a bit thick, but I've generally been happy with the Galaxy A32, even though the U-shaped notch card still takes away some of the screen. The brightness on the A32 is very good, much more than I had imagined, even in the sun. It would appear Samsung made the screen the priority on this phone. There is however no support for HDR, but you can tune the color settings to fit and match what you want. Nice! The 90Hz refresh rate is really a good addition, as scrolling is very smooth. You would even forget this is a mid-ranger screen. There is no setting to sort of limit the 90Hz refresh rate to save battery. However, with the battery on the A32, I didn't find battery life to be an issue. The Galaxy A32 comes with a whopping 5000 mAh battery. Endurance tests have shown that it can last 119 hours. Charging is where things get a bit uninteresting. The 15-watt charger that the phone comes with takes 30 minutes to charge from 0 to 25%. You might want to buy a separate fast charger to use with this device. The good performance of the battery will be linked with the fact that the phone comes with a rather modest MediaTek Helio G80 chipset. The chipset is not the best, even at the mid-range section, with benchmark scores on Geekbench at 318 for the single core and 1242 at multi-core. I also ran the Antutu bench test, and the device managed a meager 195K score, surpassing just 2% of devices that have been benchmarked there. In real life use, however, the device does not feel exactly slow, and the 90Hz screen again adds to the smoothness, as well as Samsung's very own One UI, which is based on Android 11. Security wise, you can unlock the phone with the under display fingerprint reader. Setting the fingerprint is easy, and it works quickly a lot of the times if you need to unlock the phone. It took me a while to get used to it though. The A32 comes with Android 11. However, Samsung is promising 3 major OS updates, so you might get up to Android 14 on it. Samsung also says the device will receive up to 4 years of security updates. Well, we wait to see. The speaker for the A32 is located on the bottom grille, and sound from the phone is not very bad. If you want to get a bit traditional, you can plug a headset into the 3.5mm jack. Storage wise, there is the 64GB option and the 128GB option. But you don't need to worry much about those two, as there is an SD card slot joined with the SIM tray. What's a review if we don't talk about the cameras? There are 4 cameras on the A32. A 64MP quad B with autofocus, an 8MP ultra wide angle camera, a 5MP macro camera, and a depth sensor. Now to the photos. Most photos taken during the day look very good on the A32. You would find plenty of details, and there is very little or no noise at all when the photos are processed. Zoom in too much and you might not get all the fine details. Also, portrait shots look color realistic, but the bokeh effect is not 100% great even with the depth sensor. Hair could confuse the bokeh very much. The ultra wide camera produces good perspective shots of places, and there is the expected distortion that is synonymous with most mid-range wide lenses. The macro camera is good with a 5 megapixel resolution, but since you don't get much autofocus on it, you might want to take your time for the photos and get a few shots to get them right. The nighttime photos are not the Galaxy A32's main strong point, and they didn't impress me much. The 20 megapixel selfie camera produces good shots too. Even in apps like Snapchat, the quality is still very usable. The Galaxy A32 can shoot 1080p videos. There is low noise, and the black and white ranges seem cool. Let's look at one such video I took. So right now I'm shooting at 30 frames 1080p on the Galaxy A32, and you can see the range is not the best, but it does well to separate the blacks and the whites, and you can see some detail here, even the flying bird and all of the other things. It can go as far back as there. Yep. So this is how video looks like on the Galaxy A32. In conclusion, the Galaxy A32 gives you a device to hold and love while enjoying a high refresh rate. I love the software that Samsung ships with the device too. Samsung could definitely have done better on the chipset side, but for what it's worth, the device still felt fast during use. For only 1,500 cedis, you can get this device brand new. And depending on where you buy from, you can also get a free back cover, mini speaker, 12GB data, and screen insurance. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.